I was doom scrolling through Twitter and I found a pretty interesting thread about how do you even progress NIKKE's main story without Red Hood Bro? Is it even possible? And then he follows up by saying, y'all saying Chrome like it's literally the same thing, a specific meta unit. So let's talk a little bit about this. Before we start, two important things. First of all, go leave a like and follow Cian, because if you wanna check NIKKE art, right? His art is fucking fantastic, as you can see by this interesting Rosanna, mommy Rosanna right here. God, I wish you would just crush my head with those legs. So if you want some art commissions for NIKKE, go ask him and follow him. And also, do let me know how long did it take you to go from new account all the way to catching up with the story, or wherever you are right now in the story. How long did it take you from chapter 1 to 36, or if you are on chapter 20, 25, whatever it is, right? Let me know how long did it take you. That said, before we start, also, thank you to all my Patreons. Links in the description, you can join them with YouTube and coffee. Let's get started with today's topics video. Do you need meta characters to clear the NIKKE campaign? Let's get into the thread itself. As you can see, this is the topic we're going to be talking about a little bit today. How do you even progress NIKKE's main story without Red Hood Bro? Is it even possible? So I want to talk a little bit about meta in NIKKE, why you don't need a single character, but why is still a problem for new players, even if you don't need specific units to clear itself the campaign. Now, there's a big difference on needing and how long it's going to take you, right? So we're going to be going into chapter 36. This is not my account. This is admin's account, aka Ironblood Commander. Some of you might know him, but he basically clears the campaign, and not with this team right here. His main team is this one. And he does not skip battles, he clears them. He's been clearing since day one with this team right here of full blue units, as you can see, fully invested, all of them. Now, the dedication is fucking real. And I'm not saying you can't do the same, because clearly this is like a really specific account and a really specific case. But this is just to prove the point of you don't really need meta characters to clear the campaign. It's a matter of how long you're willing to wait before you catch up. And again, we'll talk about why this is still a problem, even if you could technically clear with these characters, right? Because he's clearing with this. The biggest problem NIKKE has right now is not that you can or cannot clear. The biggest problem is that the story itself, it's locked behind months of progress. As a new player, you will have to wait months until you catch up with the story. And this leads to getting spoiled if you want to participate in the community. You as a player are enjoying the game and you want to participate on any sort of community. Reddit, YouTube, Twitch streams, doesn't matter. Discord servers, you will be eating spoilers regardless of what you do. Because different people will be talking about different stuff, and most users assume you are either up to date with the story or some spoilers will slip here and there, right? So the problem is not that it's hard or that you cannot clear without having Red Hood, without having any of the what we would consider T0 characters, right? If you will. Also, hopefully the music is not too loud. Shout out to anyone who was playing fucking Lineage 30 years ago. Bro, this was like the first game that I got on my PC, Lineage 2 and RPG Maker. Let's not get too derailed, right? Like I was saying, you do not need any of the T0 characters. You could be clearing without any of the T1 characters. But that's not the problem. The problem is how long it's going to take you as a new player and how enjoyable the progress is going to be. Because like I was saying earlier, admin, aka Ironblood Commander, this account, this is a dedicated player who enjoys his blue characters and wants to get that challenge. But most people want to just read the story. NIKKE has done a couple things to mitigate this. First of all, they integrated recently the skip, the quick battle, if you are above the recommended combat power. But we go back into the same topic. What happens if you are not above the recommended combat power, and most casual players don't understand the mechanics of the game, and they will get stuck on specific fights for weeks, right? Well, after the combat power, they also integrated this system where for free, you will be able to get Litter, Naga, and Alice, all meta units. And again, Litter and Alice since day one have been meta characters, and you now are getting them for free, which is fantastic. You're gonna be able to get a copy of Litter, a copy of Naga, and an MLB Alice, which for a new player, it's really, really strong. And again, you will be able to use her from chapter 2, 3, whenever you get the first copy, all the way to the last episode on 36. By the way, I've been 300 pulls. What are you waiting for, bosso? So like I was saying, the issue itself is not, can you clear campaign? You can. The issue is how long are you willing to wait to catch up to the story, because combat power systems are pretty fucking bad. They are dog shit at the end of the day, right? And for most of us, it's fine because we either have older accounts or we are up to date, or some people don't mind waiting. But for the majority of the player base, this is an issue that NIKKE still has to tackle. Now, some other gachas handle this differently. They will have the main story itself separated from the campaign. So you have your campaign, right? Where you actually progress through the chapters and fight, and then they have the main story itself, the episodes, and the story in another separate mode that you can view from the get-go. For example, Starseed does this. On Starseed, you can watch the story separately, and then you can go do campaign and progress whenever you want. So you have these two different things, but one does not restrict you on actually understanding the story and knowing what's going on. Now, that said, do let me know if at some point you guys would like to see an overview of Ironblood's account to showcase how he's What the fuck is this? Attack elemental max ammo? You have better lines on your blue characters than most of my units on my account, brother. Is this on all of your blues? No, right? Okay, attack L. Okay, it's only on that specific character. I assume she is your favorite waifu. If she's not your favorite waifu, I cannot understand what's going on here because those lines are fucking great. Like, actually goated lines. My god. That's a blue unit with more black lines than literally almost my whole account. I think I have like 3-4 black lines on my account, bro. And you have attack and L. Another attack here. Another maximum capacity, another maximum capacity, and another attack in black in there. That's crazy. Like actual dedication. But like I was saying earlier, this is more of a problem of the combat power system rather than if you can progress or not. You can progress. It's a little bit easier nowadays. It's just a matter of how long you're willing to wait and how many spoilers you're gonna be eating along the way, which is a pain in the ass for people. So I understand these frustrations, but just wanted to talk about the specific characters. You do not need Red Hood. We were pushing campaign on day one with fucking Senti, Rupee, and Dola as our B2 characters, Rapunzel as our healer if you had her, right? And then most people did not have Scarlet to actually progress through campaign. So you were using Laplace and whatever else you had at hand. So do you need them? No. Will they make your life a lot easier, including Red Hood? Absolutely. There were also some comments that I don't really want to get into. For example, this one for Robo Krumpet, saying, you know, I go as far as say that Red Hood is overrated. In my opinion, she's not overrated. She's like one of the strongest characters in the game. And she was like one of our first characters that actually let you burst anywhere you need, making her the most versatile unit in the game until Rapapi Red Hood came into the picture. And that's it though, like I was saying earlier, I don't want to get too much into the comments because there's a lot of other topics we could be derailing into, and that's not the idea with this video. So as usual, like I was saying at the beginning of the video, do let me know how long did it took you guys to clear the whole NIKKE campaign, and that's gonna be for this video. We're gonna be live later. Feel free to come by, say hello, links in the description down below. Good luck with your pool dinner dates. I'll see you in the next one.